Now, to finalize this video, let me explain how you are gonna get the certificate of this course. First of all, you have to attend all the days of the course. You have to participate and complete all exercises which will be evaluated by the instructor. The instructor will review and will give you comments. If for some reason you need to repeat the exercise, then you have to do it based on the comments, because this course is based on competencies. We want you to be competent to perform internal audits and external audits. So until you get the competence, that's when you're gonna pass the exercises. We are talking about one course, but we have other courses that will be offered in future dates, and all our courses include a gap analysis and implementation form. Once you fill it, you deliver to the instructor will review it, will give you comments, and if everything is okay, the gap analysis and implementation plan will be accepted. At the end, you have to create an audit plan for a recertification audit, considering your organization, your process map, the number of employees, the AS9100-1 Table 2, which is provided during the course, production shifts and schedules, include all clauses and processes, and include all production shifts and schedules. This is going to be developed during the course. You're going to deliver it to the instructor. It's going to be evaluated, and the instructor is going to give you comments. Now, let me show you the gap analysis and implementation plan form. On the screen, you can see the gap analysis and implementation plan form that we have developed for this course. Let me explain it. On the left, we have columns for the standards that are involved in this course: the reference manual, the standard AS13100 and AS9100. On column D, we have listed all the requirements, and on the left, which requirements apply to which standard. For example, AS9100, clauses 4.1 and 4.2 are included in AS9100. Clause 4.2.1 is the additional requirement of AS13100. So we have listed all the requirements: clause 4, clause 5, 6, 7, clause 8, 9, 10, including AS9100 requirements, AS13100 additional requirements. We have all of them here. At the end of the list, we have the requirements of reference manual 13005. As you can see here, all of these are the requirements of the reference manual. Now, on column E, I want you to identify which QMS documents are related to the requirements on the left. If you have a document, write down the name and number of the document. If you don't have a document, that obviously means that you are not complying with the requirements. So I want you to write down that you don't have a process or a procedure. It doesn't have to be a procedure. It can be a flow diagram, it can be a map, a work instruction, a procedure, a form, whatever you have that is related to that requirement. It doesn't have to be a procedure. Any document that is related to that. If you don't have any, as I said, you would write down none. Then we have three columns, F, G, and H, where you will select if your system complies with the requirement. In the case of manufacturing companies, obviously clause 8.3, design, doesn't apply. So all manufacturing and services companies, I would expect you to check on non-applicable for that clause. There are other clauses that may be non-applicable, for example, for services companies. there are some other clauses that also are non-applicable. Now, if you select no, obviously that means that you are not complying with the requirements. So I want you to fill the implementation plan columns. It's very, very simple. You're going to include which activities you have to do so the requirement can be met, the responsible, the date, and the status. When you complete this form, the status of all the activities is going to be in progress. I don't expect you to finalize the implementation plan to give you the certificate. You only have to include the activity, the responsible, when you expect this to be finished, and the status for all the activities will be in progress. When you have that, that's what you are going to send. I will review it and I will return comments and your certificate if everything is okay. So again, you don't have to complete the activities. You just have to write down the activities that you are going to perform. There are some cases where you will comply with the requirement. You will say, yes, we comply with the requirement. But maybe during the course, we gave you best practices that you are not implementing, or someone from the course. Sometimes we have very good best practices shared by the attendees, and that's also possible. So if you want to incorporate an improvement, then I would encourage you to also fill the implementation plan. You comply with the standard, but you want to make it better. So fill the implementation plan section for that requirement. And again, I expect you to complete it. Remember, as any improvement or any correction, if you identify something that is not being performed properly or that can be improved, you have to implement it and you have to finalize it. That's a requirement of the standard, clause 10.3. You have to implement, monitor, finalize, and verify effectiveness of any improvement that you have identified. If you don't do that, you could get a non-conformance. So any improvement, any correction that you are identifying, you have to actually complete it. So that was the explanation of the contents of the course. Thanks and have a good day.